Hey, what's up everyone? I'm gonna start this by saying I hope you all have a wonderful day, and with that being said, let's get into the video.
Hey, how's it going? Have any fun plans for the 4th of July? No, how about you? Oh, I'm just gonna go with the flow. Something usually ends up happening. So do you live here or are you just visiting? Just moved. Just moved here or you just moved away from here? Just moved here. Oh, cool. Well, welcome. It's a great place to live. You're gonna love it, especially in the summer. It's gorgeous. Did you move here for work or were the mountains just calling your name?
Not the worst acting, but I've seen better. I'm guessing that would be men are really bad at communications and women are awesome. And don't get me wrong, you absolutely are. When you're talking to your other 16 personalities, best conversations ever. Out on a date or just out and about, speaking to different people, not that much. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is happy 4th of July to my American viewers.
Since no one will bother to tell people this, I will do it. I will be the one. You're not crazy. He made you crazy. Have you ever acted that way before? No. He pushed your buttons. He pushed you over your limits. He treated you a way nobody should ever be treated. You're not crazy. You reacted totally normal. LOL.
Yes, she is, and so are you. Even ignoring the LOL at the end, I can look at your eyes and realize you're crazy and you're trying to find an excuse for your bad behavior. It didn't make you crazy, that's why you reacted the way you did. No, you reacted the way you did because you are crazy. You could have reacted in any other way, including leaving, walking away, but instead you chose to key his car.
If you're going to a tarot card reader or a psychic to ask if he likes you, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. You would just know. You wouldn't need anyone to tell you that. You would just know.
Or if you're the type of person who goes to a tarot reader, obviously there's nothing wrong with you, but for sure he doesn't like you because there is nothing to like. He might still sleep with you because there's something from your neck down, but there's obviously nothing there when it comes to from the neck up. Your head is just a way for you to stop the rain going down your throat.
I was taught that keeping quiet kept the peace until I realized whose peace is it keeping?
Everyone else is around you. When everyone else around you is at peace, you're at peace. It's not rocket science, really, it's just common sense.
In case anyone was wondering what it's like trying to date as a 28-year-old, here's a little glimpse. Matched with someone on Raya, who of course is not from Minnesota, but he messaged me saying that he was going to be in town this weekend and was like, we should grab drinks. And I was like, yeah, I'm down, like for sure, sounds great. And then his next message, he just sent me where he was staying. So he just said like, I'm staying at, and then listed his hotel. So then I was like, oh, like I'm in blah, blah, blah. So we're not very far from each other. And then he's like, oh, nice. And then he was like, so Friday night drinks. And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. I might be meeting up with some girlfriends later that night, but could do drinks around like 7 or 8. I don't know, whenever I'm meeting someone for the first time, like first date, I like to have something going on after, just in case, like for an out, if things weren't going well, whatever. So then he responds and was like, why don't we just do something after you see your girls? He did then say that he had a 7:30 p.m. dinner, so obviously like the 7-8 o'clock drinks wouldn't work for him. I obviously don't know his schedule while he is here, so who knows if he could have done something before his dinner, but in my mind it would have been a lot more respectful if you really did want to grab a drink to ask for like a happy hour situation, like grab drinks around 4 or 5 before he had dinner, before I was meeting up with my girlfriends. But to ask to meet up after I hang out with my girlfriends, like clearly it'll be late night, is no.
If I'm so sorry for you is what you were after, no. I'm still not sure what being 28 has anything to do with it, but again, sure. I'm sure it's, I don't care. Raya is a private membership-based social network, dating app, blah, blah, blah. Raya is known for being exclusive and it can be difficult to get accepted into the community. The app has reportedly included celebrities like blah, blah, blah. Was him not being from Minnesota a celebrity? And I get that your time is important, but apparently so was his. You also said you might might meet your friends later. That doesn't mean for sure you're gonna meet your friends later. And again, your time is important, but him being on a maybe business trip, he already had plans in place. But oh no, dating when you're 28 is, I still don't care. Nothing you've said in your video makes it dating when you're 28 harder. Nothing you've said makes him look worse or yourself better.
What I tell people when they say to me, look, I've been on the dating apps, I'm exhausted, it's the same crap all the time, I don't want to keep doing this, I tell them, get off the apps, number one, and number two, find a hobby or an interest that maybe you were into like years ago and you've kind of dropped because life has happened. Go back to that interest or hobby, or find something new that you want to try that you've been too scared to try. The reason for this is that when you start something that you enjoy, your whole energy changes, your whole vibe changes.
I'm sure it does even more if it's your vibe, especially if your hobby is an indoor activity. But hey, it's all about the vibe, right? It's still amazing to me that people go on TikTok looking for advice, because this is always what you get in return. Oh, energy or vibe. Yes, that's great vibe, and not to mention energy is important. But I don't like dating apps and I'm trying to meet new people. What do I do? Well, stay inside and watch TV. Or like the lunatic from yesterday, crochet something.
I'll tell you when I realized that I had been given a shut up ring, and it's probably not what you expect. I realized the first few weeks of our marriage. Like literally right as soon as we settled in together, settled into married life, I realized we had made the wrong choice. Because I'd spent so much of our relationship wondering where it was going, because we had this like long impending long distance with no end in sight. I wanted commitment. I wanted to know that there was an end to this and that there was going to be commitment at the end of the road. And that's what I thought that I needed. So that held me through, the engagement, the proposal is what kept me thinking the relationship, it's going to be better when. It's going to be better when we move and we live in the same place. It's going to be better when we're married. And lo and behold, after the wedding, when the dust settled from all the wedding bliss, nothing was better, and I wasn't any happier.
And I'm sure it has everything to do with him and nothing to do with you. You were looking for commitment until you had it. A few weeks after you got it, you realized you weren't happy and it wasn't commitment what you were after. But at least now she's on TikTok giving dating and relationship advice.
How to tell if you are the placeholder girl and not the dream girl. Disclaimer here, this is not to say that you are not amazing, you are not a queen in your own way. It is just to say that men have a very specific type.
It still doesn't explain why your ex-husband married you. How to tell if you're the dream girl? Well, apparently what you have to do is marry him and only a few weeks later destroy his entire life because you are not happy with the commitment you've got.
Okay, effective immediately, I made a list. These are requirements. If you want to leave a hate comment on my page, you need to meet these requirements or you're not allowed to leave a hate comment. Okay, number one, you need to have a profile picture.
Ah, damn it, that rules me out. The rest of the items on her list are not that important. Don't live in your mom's basement, or if you do, pay for your own Wi-Fi. So we'll just skip ahead a little bit.
Also, you need to have been laid in the last 6 months. If you haven't been, you're not allowed to leave a hate comment. Maybe go do that and then come back, and then you'll probably feel better. You probably won't even post it. But yeah, those are the requirements for leaving a hate comment on my page anywhere. Like I said, it's effective immediately. If you leave one and you don't meet any of these requirements, I'm gonna call you out.
And I think that's great, but how exactly do I prove to you I got laid in the last 6 months? The only way for you to know for sure, because I could lie, is if you help me out. I know it may come as a shock, well, for you, but not everyone is into recording themselves while doing it. That only leaves us with me showing you in person I got laid.
So I googled it, and there are more women than men in Italy. So why are we not all ganging up together and doing something to change things? Why not?
Because you don't really get together like that, because you don't like each other, because you only support each other as long as you share the same opinion. If not, it's all hell on earth, because you already tried something like that in Iceland, and the only thing that changed is everyone else in that country had a great day.
Like if you come to this fence over here, this one.
You're not supposed to touch it.
Don't touch it because it's electrified.
Why did you say that?
I was getting into it and you grabbed the fence. I pointed at the fence.
The fence can't be that bad.
It's electrocuted.
The cows. Oh, it's electric. He's just from New Zealand. He's a pussy. Like, keep the cows. You think I'm not tougher than a cow?
Yes.
Cow bung the baby.
What the f*** is that?
Pikachu's in that fence, bro.
Maybe if you're told it's gonna be bad, don't try to look for Pikachus. But anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.